Hello there. In this video, I will do text analysis and essay outlining for IB English A, Literature Paper 1. The paper is from the May 23 exam, time zone 1. I hope this video can give you an insight on your English A revision. Then let's give it a go. All right, let me start with the first unseen text. This is an excerpt from Angry Allen, a play by Penelope Skinner. I already read the extract quite thoroughly, so let me move on to check the guiding question. As you all know, the guiding question is letting us know what to focus on whilst reading this extract. And this guiding question asks, how is monologue used to reveal the character of Roger? In the introduction, I need to first introduce the source of the extract. And then next, I can simply summarize the main content of the extract, such as what's happening or what's going on in the scene. And lastly, I need to present my thesis by answering the guiding question with 3 main points that I'm going to analyze from the following body paragraphs. First, my analysis will focus on the fact that the monologue reveals the character's unstable mental state. As we read, the flow of content is quite distracting. It's changing from one topic to the other, such as when he first talks about running, but he suddenly changes to talking about weather forecast, and then he suddenly changes the topic again about his work, etc. So this kind of disorganized content reveal how his mind is somehow unsettled. Another evidence to support the idea is that the words are spoken in a pretty disconnected or scattered way without a cohesive sentence structure. So as you can check from the sentence that I wrote, he talks in a somehow broken way, like, so you pick up your phone. What am I telling you that? Like this. So he's literally rambling. So all these evidences prove that his monologue discloses his dislocated mental state. My second body can focus on analyzing the second function of the monologue. His words inform readers that the narrator's social status declined from the past. Multiple evidences are found from the monologue, like he says, not the old normal. So it implies that he no longer has the normal life that he used to have. Also, he juxtaposes the fancy car and the office that he used to have. And it is juxtaposed to his current position of being the 3rd assistant manager, things like this. Lastly, he uses the diction like Roger from before, which no longer exists. So all those things can support the idea that the monologue reveals his changed, rather declined social position. Lastly, I can analyze the third function of the monologue, resonating the character's great pleasure on reality and the longing to escaping from. First, there is a quote that I found. Apparently, it also says, "I'm the guy you can yell at," or the following one. Then these are including such a sarcastic tone, I want to say. Also, I can analyze the symbolism that the badge has. It has the symbolic meaning that he's discontent social status and he's pretty disregarded in his real life. Lastly, the fact that he can't really take off his attention from checking celebrities on the beach and he's deeply absorbed in that. All those things imply the fact that he wishes to forget the mundane and discontent life and somehow wishes to escape from it. In conclusion, I have to rephrase my thesis, and one more time, I can summarize the main content of the extract, probably with reader effect related to the characterization of this extract. Moving on, next unseen text is an excerpt from a Dreamer, a short story by Barbara Bainton. So again, I already read the extract quite thoroughly, so let me move on to check the guiding question. It asks, how does the setting create a sense of mystery and suspense? Okay, in that sense, I need to focus on analyzing how setting works, in what way it works to create a certain mood. Introduction contents are the same, so I'm not going to repeat. Let me directly move on to body one. First, I can analyze the role of imagery to create gruesome and gloomy setting in this extract. There are multiple types of imageries, like auditory, organic, that contribute to create gruesome and gloomy mood of setting. Next, I'm going to focus on symbolism that contributes to creating a bleak or ominous setting. First, the dog who has no owner, huddled, wet, and shivering, but actually the character feels kinship towards the dog. With the quote, I can analyze the fact that the dog can somehow symbolize the woman who feels largely lonely and deserted, like she's being arrived in a place where she's not welcomed. Also, I can talk about another symbolism with quote. From the branch of a tree overhead, she heard a watchful mother bird's warning call and the twitter of the disturbed nestlings. In this case, nestlings can be related to the woman one more time, who feels worried and unsettled. And the fact that the mother bird is being watchful and giving warning call, not the usual bird song, symbolizes the fact that she's not in a safe or comfortable state. Lastly, a certain setting is created through characterization. From the extract, there is a character who is located in the state of great alienation. First quote implies that she cannot really reveal herself candidly, or she cannot really engage with the people in the setting. Also, there's a quote that's saying there was only one ticket to collect, which implies the fact that she's largely excluded from the crowd. And other quotes also support the idea that the character doesn't feel belong to the place where she's visiting, even if she used to reside in the place. It no longer feels welcoming. In conclusion, I'm going to finish my conclusion by repraising the thesis and summarizing the main contents one more time and putting in some reader effects regarding the setting. Yes, that's the end of simple unseen text analysis and essay outlining for English A Paper 1. I hope that it was a bit of help for your English A literature revision. Thank you so much. Bye.